Alright, we're trying something new. We're gonna off-the-cuff a video. My favorite pedal that I don't make is the Old Blood Noise Endeavor's Dweller. Dweller! And it might be the most underrated pedal that Old Blood makes. Pick up a different Dweller. I could just pick up a different Dweller. We have 3 of them. Dweller is a phase repeater. A what? A phase repeater. You take a phaser, and between every stage of the phaser, you add a delay that you could pull apart. So here's my bypass signal. And here's Dweller. Dweller! With the stretch at minimum, you have just a normal phaser. It sounds pretty good. You can then add regen to make it more intense. You also have your standard rate and depth controls. One controls how fast the modulation is, the other controls how strong it is. And then you have the voice toggle, which controls how many poles your phaser is. With the toggle to the left, you have a classic 4-pole phaser. Think your phase 90. With the toggle switch to the right, you have an 8-pole phaser, which is going to be much more intense. Now let's start the fun. The stretch control takes the phaser and pulls it apart, adding a delay between every stage of the phaser. We'll turn it back down to the 4 poles, so that way you could better hear what's going on. So you can hear how the phaser is affecting the delay. The delay dances around like multi-tap, but it's only one delay. As you add more regen with higher stretch, it starts to become more like a reverb. So let's just play around with rate and depth and see what we can come up with. If you turn the rate and depth all the way down, you have a standard digital delay. But as you turn the rate and depth controls all the way up, you get more of a dance around you like a reverb. You can change how Dweller is dancing around if you change the position of the shape toggle. The toggle is changing the LFO shape of the original phaser. So all the way on the left, you have a sine wave. In the middle, you have a triangle wave. And then all the way on the right, you have a sample and hold, which gets you a pseudo-random kind of thing. So let's check it out. From there, you can increase the intensity again by changing the voice control. Let's turn it back to the 8 stage. So here's my favorite setting on Dweller. It's with the voice toggle in the 8 stage, the shape in the sample and hold, so your pseudo-random once again, and then almost everything at 3 o'clock. So I like Dweller so much that I wanted to run it in stereo. So, through the magic of buying 2, you could run it in stereo. But, since I'm here filming this with Eric Marrow, he actually has a really early Dweller.
Dweller!
So, through the magic of a beam splitter, we can run Trario Dwellers.